A wilted flower, held down by the chains of life, cold and alone. Vulnerable to the elements, without home, without warmth, without love, without protection. Broken from years of abuse, desperately clinging to the hopes that there is more. That someone somewhere could release her from the chains that have bound her for a lifetime. Her father looking down, tears flowing from his eyes. He sends one who has been here and knows him. She brings the key to unlock the chains, and together they walk in freedom to the kingdom of his embracing arms, waiting for her. Running free through the tall fields, just she and he in the warm sunlight, collapsing from too much fun, piercing eyes staring to her soul, her face silently in his hand, silently saying, I love you. Beautiful in her father's eyes, she rests in his promises, his peace, his provision, and his protection. Within the confines of his arms, she is free to be all that he knows she can and will become. She needs nothing more. Just outside the field, shadows of attractiveness lurk, beckoning her to discover more. Fallacious promises of more fun, more love, more excitement, more of the things she can't have within the confines of his arms. This an offer of freedom? Maybe there's something missing. Curiosity leads her adrift, lingering closer and closer to the edge, staring at his handsome face, lures her beyond the warming light. He grabs hold of her hand, slips the chain on, and pulls her into his submission. She is trapped in the shadows, searching for the light, bound by the chain, a slave to his requests. Thoughts of love drowned in the loneliness of scores of men. Promises of fun and freedom have proved false. More is less than the riches in her father's arms. Dying each day to run free through the tall fields, just she and he in the warm sunlight. The path to return slips quickly from her memory. Her eyes begin to adjust to the darkness. There must be more. Party after party provides momentary relief from pain. Longer nights, later nights, loss of memories leave her with seemingly less hurts. The confines of the dance floor, the strobe of light, the drone of music drown out the sound of his voice, the feeling of his warming light. Dancing from partner to partner, distorted eyes stare into her empty soul, thirsting for compliments to replace the feeling of beauty in his arms. Seeking out each new one to be what the last could not, they grab hold of her leg, slip the chain on her ankle, and lower her down into the sinking sands. Reaching up to feel just a bit of warmth from the light, hoping to hear his silent words seemingly out of reach, she continues searching. There must be more. Settling for searches for substitutes, she is sure this is the one. And with the first hit, she is hooked. It hides her brokenness, calms her fears, and provides elusive peace in the storm she cannot create. Dependent on the release that only it can provide, she must do whatever it takes to get it. Its chain wrapped around her neck, trapped in bondage, dragging her through the alleyway, through puddles of filth, deeper and deeper into the darkness. There was supposed to be more. There was supposed to be more. A wilted flower, held down by the chains of life, cold and alone. Her father looking down, tears flowing from his eyes, telling her to come home. She cannot hear his voice. She has lost the path, and she has forgotten his love. Just down the alley in the darkness is one who has been there and knows the sound of his voice. She brings the key to unlock the chains, freeing her from the noises that drown out his silent words. She hears his voice, and together they follow the sounds back toward the light. Just down the alley is one who has been there and knows the path back to his arms. She brings the key to unlock the chains, freeing her from the images that have clouded her vision of the path that has been right behind her all along. Together, they follow the path back towards the light. Just down the alley is one who has been there and knows his love. She brings the key to unlock the chains, freeing her that have dragged her farther and farther away from him. And together, they run in freedom to the kingdom of his embracing arms, awaiting her return. Running free through the tall fields, just she and he in the warm sunlight, healed and whole, collapsing from too much fun, piercing eyes staring to her soul, her face in his hands, silently saying, I love you. Beautiful in her Father's eyes, she rests in his promises, his peace, his provision, and his protection. Within the confines of his arms, she is free to be all that he knows she can and will become. She needs and wants nothing more.